Shalom Avrocha and welcome Achenu B'nai Yisrael. I want to start by thanking our wonderful and very special sponsors, Fredo Michael Harbader, sponsoring in memory of their dear parents, and Malka Sarba Shalom Eliyahu, Yeshaya Laban, Rav Dovid Yitzchak, and Asa Ben El Basakona, and our Moshe Yisrael, Ben Gavriel Aleim Shalom. The Heilig and Hashem should have a tremendous Haliyas and Hashem Gan Eden Shamayla, and Michael's wonderful brother, reviewed as well. All the Heilig and Hashem should have a tremendous Haliyas and Hashem and Gan Eden Shamayla. So here we are this week, approaching Parshas Be'aloscha, and turning with Siyata D'Shmai to the close of this week's Parsha. We know what happens. Miriam speaks words that she ought not to have spoken. And what happens? Mina Keneged Mida. She ultimately is afflicted with Saras, Mitzayra Chosh of Kameis, Nadar Samachdala Ramad Beis. It's as if she's taken out of the world. Who is going to be Machaya Mesim? Look at this Gavalda Gemina Keneged Mida. When Moshe Rabbeinu was placed into the Mayim in a place where he couldn't live, who came to the rescue to take Moshe Rabbeinu from a matzav where it's Kilu, he was Nechshav Kameis, and Rabbi Yitzchak Isachavar even points out that Moshe Rabbeinu in the Mayim was Kilu a rebirth of sorts. Kilu, it was his Bechina of a mikvah where he went to a place where a human being can't really live and he was miraculously rescued. So here Moshe Rabbeinu has put Kilu into the Mayim. Along comes Miriam, and what does Miriam do? Her godless is Miriam, Osios Mayim, and what does she do? She's there on the side to make sure Basim Esparo pulls Moshe out of the water, and she's there she's there to save her brother who was Bebechinas Nechshav Kameis, and she was there to ensure that he would come back to life. Not only that, but Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't going to have any life. As we discussed the other day, Sota Yud Beis and Aleph, Amram had divorced his wife Yocheved on the heels of the Gezerah, Para Harasha. Only because of Miriam did they come back together. So Moshe Rabbeinu, Kila, wasn't going to be born. Only because of her interceding on Moshe's behalf did she engender the very birth of Moshe and Yisrael. So Moshe Rabbeinu, Kila, wasn't going to have life, and Miriam gives him a new lease on life. We're getting a meeting. Now the tables are turned. What happens in the end of Balaischa? Miriam is afflicted with Saras, Nadarm Samach Daled, Metzaris Choshev Kameis. Along comes Moshe Rabbeinu, and fascinating, Miriam is the one who we would classify her perhaps as an Isha of a Balas Devarim. After all, when nobody was willing to speak up and challenge Amram, who was the young 6-year-old girl, Psiktar of Kahana, who opened up her mouth and who spoke. Her godless was, of course, the mouth that spoke to get Amram back to Yocheved again, the mouth that spoke to Masi Masparo, the mouth that sung Shira Sayam and gave us a Shira Alamayim. That mouth was the one that ultimately brought about the life of Moshe Rabbeinu. She is the Isha Devarim, Isha Balas Devarim. And Moshe Rabbeinu described himself as what? Not only Kvapeh Chalosh and Oros Vasayim. He also said, what Loish Devarim Anoichi. It's a separate shmuz. What is really the distinction between these various titles of Oros Vasayim, Kvapeh Chalosh? Abba Moshe Rabbeinu likewise described himself as what Loish Devarim Anoichi. He's not a man of words. Fakert. He had, whether you call it a list because of the men recited by the Ramban, and that he put the hot coal to his lips, or you learn like Rosh, but whatever pshat you're going to learn. But Moshe Rabbeinu says, I'm not in Ishtavarim. And here is Miriam, who is silenced, can't speak. She's sequestered away from everybody else. She's afflicted with Saras, but Bechinis Choshev Kameis, who's the one, the lowish Tavram Anechi, now opens up his mouth and utters but a few words to go out and bring a refuah shalema to his sister. Mamish, the table's attorney, has a chance to repay her. Moshe Rabbeinu was in a matzah of Nechshav Kameis. It was Miriam who opened up her mouth and caused Moshe Rabbeinu to be saved. And now Miriam is Nechshava Kameis. And what happens? Moshe Rabbeinu is lowest of Ramanecha, opens up his mouth, says a few precious words, Kelna Rafanallah, and he brings about her Refuah Shleim, and he brings her back to life. So that's Moshe Rabbeinu, the end of Balaisa. So Moshe, of course, how many words of Tefillah does he need? He now becomes a Baal Tefillah. Not only that, not only is he Stam a Baal Tefillah, let's go to the Gemara Brachas Amud Beis. Amud Beis, easy way to remember it. Tainis Beis, Ezu Yavodah Shebelev, Azoi Tefillah, Avodah Shebelev. Let's go to the beginning of Shas, Daf Lamed Beis, the first Alev, the first Daf Lamed Beis, and Shas Lamed Beis, Amud Beis, and right at the top, Amar Rabbi Lazar. Gedola Tefillah Yosemi Ma'asim Tovim. Tefillah is even greater than all the Ma'asim Tovim. What's the raya? What's the proof? To bolster his statement, continues Rabbi Loza Shein Lecha Gola Ma'asim Tovim. Yosem Moshe Rabbeinu. There was no one greater and the performance of Ma'asim Tovim than Moshe Rabbeinu. And Afal Pikin Lonena Ela B'Tefillah, and he cites a raya. Moshe Rabbeinu was the quintessential Baal Ma'asim Tovim, and with all the acts of Chesed and with all the mitzvahs of Ma'asim Tovim that he compiled throughout the course of his illustrious lifetime, Shteitin Chazal Brokos and Daf Lamed Beis. You know the schus, the Koach that he had Lonera b'schus HaTefilla. Moshe Rabbeinu's Koach is in the Koach of Tefillah. So here you have Moshe Rabbeinu who takes his Koach HaTefilla, utters but a few words, a few succinct Kel Narafan Allah, and he achieves a Gavaldig Refuah Shalema for the woman who was known as the Balas Devarim, who opened up her mouth to give him a new lease on life. Moshe Rabbeinu reciprocates in kind, opens up his mouth, and he gives Miriam a new lease on life by being Masalik, removing the tzaras. Knowing then that Moshe Rabbeinu was about Tefillah, but where do we see that highlighted? Let's fast forward now to Parshas V'eschana. Parshas V'eschana, we find Moshe Rabbeinu davening like never before. V'eschana el Hashem ba'isei leimar. And the decree was issued, Moshe was disallowed entry into Eretz Yisrael. So what did he do? V'eschana, and there's a parsha named for it. That means what? Moshe Rabbeinu did a lot of great things, but this one is mamish called V'eschana, and not stam V'echanan that Moshe Rabbeinu davened, as the Gevaldik Hasidish Sefer Choshvel L'Teiva points out. It's what Loshen his spoil. The same way man is not a mefalo, man is a mispalel. You have to go into the reflexive pronoun. You have to go and transform yourself. Ayidei the Koach HaTefilla. Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't just transform himself. All right, it's the Sefer Choshvel L'Teiva Eschanon, his spoil. He becomes a Tefillah himself, an echo of Dovid HaMelech's. Later, what we're going to read in Tehillim, Kapitel Koftes and Posuk Dalid. Vani Tefillah, Moshe Rabbeinu is V'eschanan. I'm a walking Tefillah. No coincidence, therefore. Yes, the Baal term says V'eschanan Gematria 515 Gematria Shira. But we can't ignore the Megala Mukas or Nosonota Shapira. Famous Megala Mukas, V'eschanan Gematria 515. Is Gematria Tefillah, Gematria 515, Gematria, who are the Amudei Tefillah, Yitzchak and Rivka. We go back to the beginning of Parshas Toldos. Vayetar, Suki Yedalit and Aleph Nimshala. The Tefillah Satzadikim like an os and the Mahapech. Same way the Aser, the pitchfork, moves things in the granary from one place to another. The Koach HaTefillah, Yitzchak Avinu moves Hashem Yisbrach from the Kisei of Achzorius, the Kisei Adin onto the Kisei Rachamim. Yitzchak Avinu is the Omen HaTefillah, the Amr, the pillar of Avodah. Yitzchak, Gematria 208, Rivka 307, 208 and 207, 515. That's Gematria Tefillah, that's Gematria V'eschanan. So Moshe Rabbeinu now taps into this Koach. Yitzchak introduced it to the world, and what does Moshe Rabbeinu do? Takes it to a new Darga, writes the Sefer Choshvel L'Teiva, V'eschanan, he became a Tefillah. Pnei Yeshua goes through a Gamaldik Yachashon, Pnei Yeshua Brachas, how the 515 Tefillahs worked their way out, but we know that Moshe Rabbeinu was going to get answered, only because the Eibishter told him, Rav Loch, you got to stop right here, and he uttered 516, that's it, he would have gained entry into Eretz Yisrael. So Moshe Rabbeinu is davening V'eschanan, but we have to wonder, why is this the place? V'eschanan, this is the place that we see what? The reflexive legabe Moshe Rabbeinu. So the Gemara told us in Brachas Lamed Beis on base, no one's greater or massive to Moshe Rabbeinu. Apikim lo nidel b'schas HaTefillah. And Moshe Rabbeinu's gadlus was Tefillah. And yet what? We didn't hear about the gadlus and Tefillah back earlier. When do we have, according to the Choshvel L'Teiva at least, this new darga of Tefillah where we have V'eschanan, Gematria 515, Megala Mukasdik, Gematria Tefillah, Gematria Yitzchak and Rivka. Davka here by V'eschanan. It needs a beer. Why Davka here? So perhaps we can answer with the following. Let's go to Dovid HaMelech. After all, the Choshvel L'Teiva is saying this V'eschanan. He is already giving us a taste of what we are going to read later in time when Dovid HaMelech pens his monumental magnum opus Sefer Tehillim, and we get to Kapitel Kaftas Pasuk Daled, and there Dovid HaMelech begins as follows: Lama Netzech LeDavid Mizror Elokai Elokei Tzilos Yal Techrash. Please HaKadosh Baruch Hu, The God of my praise, do not remain silent. Kipi Rosha Pi Mirma Light Basocho Debriti Lashon Shaker Debri Sinas Simoni Veilechamuchina Tachas Avadi Istinuni Vani Tefilla. And I am Mamish Tefilla. What does it mean I'm a Tefilla? Right? So no Sameir Vachlogon is like a Rishimis. Dovid is Dovid HaMelech. Dovid is the king. Dovid is the Tamuchocham. Allah Kamosam Cholokam. And yet writes the Friedik Alegud Mashkiach. Dovid defines himself more as a walking Tefilla than any other trait, highlighting above and beyond any other of his noble traits, attributes, characteristics. David says, how do I define my etzem, my yusma, core essence? David says, through and through, that's what I am. I am a tefillah. I'm not a mispalo stam. Vani tefillah, I became a tefillah. What does that mean I became a tefillah? Writes the Baal Afike Yehuda in his droshes. He wrote a Gevaldige Sefer. Iyeh hayam and Agada Tez and Shas. And he wrote Redife Maya on Shemus and Dovid synonymous words. He has 2 volumes of Drosha Safike Yehuda out of the base Medrash of Tamidi Agra. Writes that Fike Yehuda and Drew Shea, say, what's Vani Tefillah? Someone who is so connected to Tefillah that nothing's gonna be mania him, nothing's gonna shake him, nothing's gonna stir him. Through and through, no matter what's going on in life, nothing is going to move him. He never stops davening for a second. He's davening 24/7, 365, through thick and thin, through the roller coaster, the vicissitudes of life. Nothing will shake him, nothing will stir him, and no matter what's going on in his life, he is always davening. That's Dovid HaMelech, where he became fused, merged, key the one and one with his tefillah itself. He is a walking tefillah because that was his essence. And Alpi the Lekar Rishima, that is how he touched up himself. Avani tefillah. We have to ask a similar question. Let's ask the Feiner idea of Hundar Pachad Yitzchak style question. Why is this the wreck of the backdrop? Dovid HaMelech is the Nam Zmias Yisrael. Why do I have to wait for Kapitel Kuftes Posik Dalet? This is the Makom where I have this Gavaldige Chiddush that Dovid Avdi is the one who's davening 24/7, 365, that nothing stirs him, nothing shakes him. He's always communicating, always davening with Eibishter. Why Davka here? Well, let's look at the context. What is the context? He's talking about his enemies. With words of hatred they surrounded me, and they fought against me without cause. What is this? The shorish of what? Anti-Semitism, my dear friends. My enemies hate me chinam, without cause, no reason. And not only that, takasavosi, in return for my love, I'm trying to love them, and still yistanuni, they hate me, they accuse me, and still vani tefillah, still I keep davening. So what do you see? Dovid HaMelech is being machadish to us. Davka counts in the context of what? Of anti-Semitism. The things make no sense. It's irrational, it's illogical. The Hainu, I love my enemies. I love my enemies. I love everybody. And for some reason, it makes no sense. Irrational, it's illogical. Dovid HaMelech, now when he's talking about Shaul chasing after him, or Absalom rebelling, what does Dovid HaMelech say? My enemies who hate me for naught. When this mamish has zero reason, irrational, logical, still I keep doubting. So what's the chiddush of Ani Tefillah? It means Hashem, even when it makes no sense, when I did nothing wrong, and I've done everything in my power to try and appease and mollify them, and I love them, and I never stop loving them, and still they hate me, and there's no reason. It's only because I'm connected to you, as Rashi explains on the Pasuk, only because they see my love for you, and they see how dovek I am to you, that's why they hate me. What's that? The shorish of anti-Semitism. It's ridiculous. It's irrational, illogical. It's insensible. It makes a zero sense at all, and still the Hema David says that's the Chiddush on Tefillah. What do you see? Someone who davens Hashem, you know what? That's not because I'm asking for anything right now. It's that I don't waver. I keep davening to you, even when people are attacking me from all sides and hating me and trying to kill me. When it makes no sense, I still keep on davening no matter what, even if it makes no sense. That's the Chiddush of Ani Tefillah. That's the Afika Yehuda dik of Ani Tefillah. It doesn't matter what's going on, even when I can't make sense of it, even when it's illogical, even when I don't really know what I'm davening for. What am I davening for? Hashem changed their mind. It makes no sense that they hate me, and still I'm going to keep davening, and that's Ani Tefillah. So perhaps it's a similar idea by Ve'eschonan. The echo of Avani Tefillah is L'gabe Moshe Beno. The Baal HaTefilla is Ve'eschonan. Gematria Tefillah, Gematria 515, Gematria Yitzchak and Rivka. The Hispoil, he became not Ve'eschonan. That he's doubting that he will daven, but that he became one-on-one with his Tefillah. Ve'eschonan Gematria Tefillah. Why over here? Moshe Beno gave us many Tefillahs. Here I have the remist. All right, so Shimshon Pinkus. Listen to this, so Shimshon Pinkus. It is Tefera Shimshon. Asks Rav Shimshon Pinkus, nothing stands in the way of tshuva. So Moshe Rabbeinu, Yan lo hektesheni, he didn't make the Kiddush Hashem, he spoke to he hit the rock instead of speaking to it. Hashimun HaMayrim, Rambam, Ramban, all the Rishonim, I have all these different opinions bandied about what precisely was the chait that Moshe Rabbeinu did by chait Me'em Ariva that disallowed him Knisa entry into Eretz Yisrael. What's the chait? We don't really know. We have a Ramban, we have a Rambam, we have other Rishonim taking different opinions. What exactly did Moshe do wrong? Right? So Shimshon Pekis. And the end of the day, you read the psukim in the world of Pshuto Shemikra. I says, Luli de Mr. Feiner, he says, I'm afraid to write something like this. But right, so Shimshon Pekis, nothing stands in the way of tshuva. So how come Moshe Rabbeinu didn't do tshuva? Why didn't his tefillah send his tshuva get him into Eretz? Nothing stand in the way. Right, so Shimshon Pekis, you know why? Because Hashem never told him what he did wrong. Had Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu what the nature of the chait was, that he did by Me'em Ariva, then Moshe Rabbeinu would have done requisite tshuva, and he would have gone into Tzol, right? So Shimshon Pekis, you won't find it anywhere in the Psukim, and the Medrash Chazal, there's no clear statement on what Moshe Rabbeinu did wrong. It's up to the Rishonim, the Mefar Shemikra. Why? Because in the world of Pshuto Shemikra, Moshe's chait, Legabe Yos, wouldn't even be a chait. It was some chait, only kafi dargoso, ha-ramah, v'ha-gvoah, b'yoser. That's why Moshe Rabbeinu did a chait. And the Eibishter, he writes, never was Megala, didn't reveal to Moshe Rabbeinu what the chait was, so that Moshe wouldn't do tshuva, because the Eibishter already built into the Bria. I'll tell you what the chait is. I know that Moshe Rabbeinu is going to do tshuva. I know the tefillah and the tshuva. The Hashavenu Avinu Avad Moshe Rabbeinu would have been answered. Hell, what? He wasn't told what he did wrong. So what's he doing now? He's Vaschon and Eibishter. You told me I can't go in. It doesn't make sense because he didn't tell me what I did wrong. You told me both from Klali. Yeah, look, I didn't make a kiddush. What did I do wrong? And many Mefarshim explained Moshe Rabbeinu to give out the Yecheshben in the end of the day. And why he hit the rock? Why he didn't speak to it? But Lamaisa, Reb Shimshon biggest dick, it's Gavaldik. What is the chiddush of Aschanon? Avad Moshe Rabbeinu is always davening, but perhaps the Phineas Tait, you know what the chiddush is? Even though Hashem didn't tell him exactly what he did wrong, even though it doesn't make sense, why can I go into that? So what did I do wrong? Hashem, but Lamaisa, and still what? Hashem, you know what? I'm still not going to stop davening, even when it makes no sense, even when it makes zero sense. I don't even know what I did wrong. I still I'm going to keep davening. That's the chiddush of the Hispoil. Aveschanan is supposed to be Echanan. That's the chiddush of Eschanan. That's the gematria tefillah. And that's Gematria Yitzchak and Rivka. Yitzchak l'shor b'soneh. He goes out davening. He's always davening. He's the Yomanat Tefillah. He's davening 24/7, 365. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu now taps into. He never stops davening, even when he doesn't know exactly what he's davening for. I don't know what I did wrong. Still I'm davening Hashem, and still you see Rosh Hashanah biggest dick. And then even though he wasn't told what he did wrong, he still is davening in his Tefillah. I would have gotten him into Eretz Yisrael because Hashem had to tell him, Rav Lach, I want you to stop here. That's Vayeschanan. That's Dovid HaMelech Tefillah. Even when things are happening in my life and I can't explain them, they're inexplicable, they're irrational, they're illogical, anti-Semitism. I want Moshe Rabbeinu do wrong that he can't do it, and still he doesn't stop davening. And Eibishter has, let me ask you for this. You know what? I don't need an explanation. God, you tell me this is what's happening. Why didn't Dovid HaMelech say, Hashem, change their heart, change their mind, give me some explanation? No, it makes no sense. That's and still David says, I'm going to daven 24/7, 365. I'm not looking for pshat. I'm not looking for an explanation. I'm always going to be davening, even when I can't make sense of anything that's going on around me. I'm Moshe Rabbeinu. I can't make sense of it. There's no explanation. V'eschana gematria 5:15. This is the power of Yitzchak and Rivka, the one who was introduced. Vanit tefillah, always davening. That's v'eschana lashon Hispoil. That's v'eschana gematria. This is where I have the gematria Megala Mukastik of tefillah. That's the echo of Vanit tefillah. Even when things in our lives make zero sense, and I can't point to anything and say it's happening because of this. Hashem, what do you want me to change? And still, I can't plow. I forward weiter. Koach and Tefillah, Yom and V'layla, 24/7, 365. That's the chiddush of Tefillah. That's when you understand it's a connection with the Ribono Shalom. Even when you don't know exactly what you're asking for, and it doesn't make sense, the backdrop, and you're still davening. That's the yesod of what Tefillah is. Dovid HaMelech says, that's me. That's my essence. Vanit Tefillah. We should be zocher to tap into that gevaldige koach. Have an awesome day in a gevaldige Shabbos Kodesh.